Ever thought you could outsmart a spinning wheel? Welcome to the world of roulette odds, where your chances of winning might just be as likely as spotting a unicorn playing the slots next to you. It's an absurd comparison that's probably tickled the funny bone of many, and today we're on a whimsical ride, not unlike chasing that elusive unicorn. To answer this very question, we'll dive headfirst into the mystical sea of roulette probabilities, shedding light on this intriguing subject without turning into boring math nerds, at least for now. So if you've ever found yourself scratching your head, calculating complex probabilities as the wheel spins, or suddenly turned into a part-time magician trying to conjure a win, well, you've landed at the right magic show. Stick around if you want to know how to charm the roulette wheel into spilling its secrets. Maybe we'll even throw in a unicorn sighting. In order to understand your chances, first you need to understand the concept of probabilities. Let's break it down to basics. Probability is simply a way of expressing the likelihood of an event happening. It's measured on a scale of 0 to 1. 0 means an event is impossible, it's not going to happen. On the other hand, a probability of 1 means the event is certain, it's definitely going to happen. So let's consider a simple, everyday example. Imagine you have a fair, unbiased coin. If you toss it up in the air, you have two possible outcomes. It could land as heads or tails. Both outcomes are equally likely to happen. Therefore, the probability of getting a head or a tail is 1 out of 2, or expressed as a decimal, 0.5. This concept is fundamental to many games of chance, including the one we're focusing on today, roulette. But as we'll see later, the probabilities in roulette are a bit more complex than a simple coin toss. So why does probability matter? Well, it's all about making informed decisions. If you understand the probability of a particular outcome, you can make more strategic choices. You can weigh the potential risks and rewards and decide whether to take the gamble or not. But remember, probability is all about chance. It doesn't guarantee an outcome. Just because the probability of getting a head in a coin toss is 0.5, it doesn't mean that if you toss the coin twice, you'll definitely get one head and one tail. You could get two heads, two tails, or one of each. That's the unpredictable nature of chance. So we've now scratched the surface of probabilities, but don't worry if it feels a bit abstract or complex. As we delve deeper into the world of roulette, we'll see these concepts in action. So with this basic understanding, let's delve into the world of roulette. The roulette wheel, a world of red and black, numbers and chances. Let's delve into this captivating realm and explore its fascinating structure. It's a round disc with pockets numbered from 0 to 36, or in some versions, an additional 00. These pockets are alternatively colored in red and black, with the 0 or 00 pocket colored green. Each spin of the wheel is a new chance, a new opportunity. Now, you might be wondering, how does this structure influence the probabilities of the game? Well, let's decipher this. Each number on the wheel has an equal probability of being hit. This is because the ball has no memory and each spin is an independent event. So whether you're betting on red or black, odd or even high or low numbers, the chances remain the same. But here's where it gets intriguing. The presence of the green 0 pocket, or pockets in the American version, is what provides the house its edge. It's the game changer. In European roulette, with a single 0, the house has an advantage of 2.7%. This percentage slightly escalates in the American version with the double 0 to 5.26%. This might seem minuscule, but over time it can make a substantial difference to the house's winnings. And what about the betting options? You have the inside bets, wagering on a single number or a small group of numbers. These bets are high risk but offer high rewards. Then there are the outside bets, like red or black, odd or even high or low. They cover a larger group of numbers and hence offer lower payouts but more chances to win. So you see, the structure of the roulette wheel, with its colors, numbers, and betting options, is the key to understanding the probabilities in this game. It's a blend of risks and rewards, of chances and strategies. Now, with all these numbers and colors, how do we calculate our chances? Well, let's move on to the next scene to find out. Calculating probabilities in roulette might sound complex, but it is actually quite simple. Let's start from the basics. In a standard game of European roulette, there are 37 pockets on the wheel, a single 0, and numbers 1 through 36. This means that if you place a bet on a single number, the probability of your number coming up is 1 in 37. Now, in American roulette, there's an extra pocket for 00. making your odds slightly less favorable at 1 in 38. To calculate the probability of an event in roulette, you simply divide the number of ways that event can occur by the total number of possible outcomes. Sounds easy, right? Let's put this into practice. Say you decide to bet on red. There are 18 red numbers, so the probability of the ball landing on red is 18 divided by 37 in European roulette, and 18 divided by 38 in American roulette. Now, what if you want to bet on a group of numbers? For example, you might bet on the first dozen, which covers numbers 1 to 12. In this case, there are 12 ways to win and 25 ways to lose in European roulette, so the probability of winning is 12 divided by 37. The same process applies for other types of bets. For a split bet, where you bet on two adjacent numbers, there are 2 ways to win out of 37 or 38 possible outcomes. For a corner bet, where you bet on 4 numbers that meet at one corner, there are 4 ways to win. One thing to note, however, is that while calculating probabilities can help you understand the game better, it does not guarantee a win. Roulette is a game of chance, and each spin of the wheel is an independent event. This means that past outcomes do not affect future outcomes. So while you might think that the ball is due to land on black because it has landed on red 5 times in a row, the probability of it landing on black is still the same as it was before those 5 spins. This is known as the gambler's fallacy, and it's a common misconception among roulette players. Remember, the house always has an edge. In European roulette, the house edge is 2.7%, and in American roulette, it's 5.26%. This is due to the presence of the 0 and double zero pockets, which are not covered by most bets. With these calculations, your chances of winning at roulette start to become clearer. Knowing your probabilities is just the first step. Applying them to your strategy is where the real game begins. Now, you've got a firm grasp on the probabilities in roulette, but how do you actually use this knowledge to your advantage? Well, understanding these odds can greatly assist you in forming better strategies. You see, roulette isn't just a game of pure chance, it's a game of informed decision-making. Picture it like this. You're a general commanding an army. You wouldn't send your troops into battle without first understanding the terrain, would you? Similarly, stepping up to the roulette table without understanding the odds is like going into battle blindfolded. You need to know the lay of the land. And in roulette, this means understanding the probabilities. Let's dive a little deeper. When you're playing roulette, every spin of the wheel is an independent event. This means that previous outcomes do not affect future ones. So if the ball is landed on red 10 times in a row, this doesn't mean it's more likely to land on black the next spin. The probability remains the same for each spin, nearly 50-50 for red or black. So where does strategy come in? Well, knowing the odds allows you to manage your bets more effectively. For instance, you might choose to place smaller bets on less likely outcomes, like a single number, and larger bets on more likely outcomes, like red or black. This way you're balancing risk and reward. But remember, no strategy can guarantee a win. The house always has an edge, and luck still plays a big role. However, understanding the probabilities can certainly increase your odds of walking away a winner. So, next time you find yourself at a roulette table, remember, it's not just about luck, it's about understanding your chances. In the end, roulette is a game of chance, but understanding the probabilities can definitely give you an edge. We've taken a fascinating journey today, diving deep into the world of probabilities and how they play a central role in the game of roulette. We started by sparking your curiosity, then moved on to introduce you to the basics of probabilities. We explored the intricacies of the roulette wheel and how each spin is an independent event with its own set of probabilities. We then waded into the depths of calculating these probabilities, breaking down the math in an easy-to-understand manner. And finally, we discussed winning strategies, emphasizing that while no strategy can guarantee a win, understanding the probabilities can help you make more informed bets. This knowledge gives you a fresh perspective on the game, arming you with information that can help you play smarter. Remember, the wheel spins, the ball drops, but knowledge is your best bet.